the on the top it's written in Arabic.
Yes,
So
I'll explain this. I will explain it afterwards because it's not important.
On the top, we had that pink line.
I'll explain it afterwards. I will explain it afterwards.
Confuse you, no?
Yeah, just 1 second. Fa'ila, yaf'alu. So fa'ila, as we did that before, I said the past tense verb has 3 patterns. Fa'ala, alima. Now here, alima has a kasra in the middle, in the past tense form. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Now the present tense is alima, fa'ila, yaf'alu. Ya'lamu has a fatha. Ya'lamu. The other pattern, now any verb whose past tense has a kasra in the middle, its present tense has 2 options. Its present tense has 2 options. Either it comes with a fatha or either with a kasra. For example, hasiba, he counted. Now hasiba is the same pattern as alima, but in the present tense it's yaf'ilu, yahsibu. So the point which I would like to make here now is that any verb in the Arabic language whose past tense has a kasra in the middle, its present tense has only 2 options. Has how many options?
2 options.
2 options. And any verb whose past tense, when I mean any verb, I mean a 3-letter verb. If there's any 3-letter verb whose past tense, all of them are with fatha, daraba, nasara, mana'a, its present tense has 3 options.
3 options,
Kasra, dhamma, and a fatha. Any verb whose past tense has a kasra, its present tense has only 2 options, which is a fatha or a kasra. And finally, any verb whose past tense has a dhamma in the middle, sharufa, its present tense has only 1 option, which is yashrufu.
Okay.
So whenever a verb, its past tense has a dhamma in the middle, its present tense has only 1 option. So these are all of the verbs in the Arabic language, or a 3-letter verbs will come on one of these 6 patterns itself. 3 for all the verbs with fa'ala's past tense, 2 for all the verbs fa'ila, and 1 for fa'ula. That's 6 in total.
So what is the middle row? You skip it, the middle one.
I'll do that afterward. I don't want to teach them at the moment yet. I'll teach you them, but I'll teach them when it's just right for everyone. Okay?
Yeah, okay, okay. Thank you.
Chup ho jao, please.
Okay, let's start. So this was in regards to, did anyone understand what I tried to say just a few minutes ago? Assalamu alaikum, Talia. Sister Talia, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, Sheikh. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm okay.
Was it true that someone passed away in the family?
Yes, that's why I hadn't been attending some classes the past couple of weeks. I had a death in the family.
Your grandmother?
Yes.
Right. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give her a place in paradise. And how old was she?
She was 95, but I have lived with her my entire life under the same roof. So, grown up with her, been raised by her. So never known life without her. So you just remember her in your du'as, inshallah.
Can I request everyone to recite Surah Fatiha for Sister Talia? Sister Talia, mashallah, she actually joined the class when I initially launched in the lockdown. And mashallah, she is a bright student, and she's joined back because she was doing her pre-reg for pharmacy, and now she's completed that, and now she'll come back for the second book. So can everyone recite Surah Fatiha for Sister Talia's grandmother who passed away last week? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta 'alayhim, ghayril maghdubi 'alayhim waladdallin. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, as-samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, as-samad, kufuwan ahad. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, as-samad, lam yalid. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give her place in paradise, the Ahlul Bayt al-Muslim, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you patience over your dear grandmother who passed away? Was it a natural death or was she ill, your grandmother?
A bit of both. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think I saw one of your messages somewhere, so that's why I thought, but wasn't too sure. Was it yourself or someone else? So that's the reason why I just want to double check. Right. Now today's class, I want to concentrate on the actual verbs. So everyone has done the past tense verbs before, so there's no need to revise the verbs again. I'll quickly, just for as a quick recap. Where are they? So we did the past tense verbs before, like kataba, kataba, katabu, katabat. Does anyone want to read them, the past tense verbs, and just to recap, and then I'll start the present tense. Sister Talia, you've been off for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Go ahead. Kataba. Kataba means he wrote, and this is the past tense verb. And with the kataba verb itself, all of the changes occur at the end itself.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Sister Talia.
So kataba, so he wrote.
Correct.
Kataba, they wrote. I think that's they. Is it male? Is this all
Yes.
male?
Yes. So all of the first 3 are male. The next 3 are for feminine. There are 6 for the third person, 6 for the second person, and 2 for the speaker itself.
So katabu. So that's they all wrote. Katab.
Katabat.
Katabat. She wrote. Katabana. Sorry, I can't see on my screen.
Katabata.
Katabata. They both wrote, and
Correct.
that's female. Katabna. They all wrote.
Right.
Katabta. You wrote. Katabtuma. Katabtuma. You both wrote.
Correct.
Katabtum. You all wrote. Katabti. You wrote female. Katabtuma. You both wrote. Is that?
You 2 both. Yep.
That plural, like for.
Katabtum. Yeah. Katabtum is you all wrote, masculine.
Oh, masculine. Okay. Katabti. You wrote feminine. Katabtuma. You both wrote. Katabtunna. You all wrote. So would that be plural
Masculine
female and feminine
no,
together?
katabtuna is for masculine, feminine. So if you see over here in the brackets, I wrote anti, antuma, antunna. So you, I put F there to represent feminine. So all of these 3 are for feminine. You, bracket M, masculine. She, as you know, she is feminine. So there's no need to explain there. So all of these 3 are for feminine itself.
Okay. And so katabtunna, you all wrote. Katabtu, I wrote. Katabna, we wrote.
Excellent. So these are all of the actual past tense verbs itself. And now as we're going to go through them as well, I'm not going to, so ma'loom itself, when we say madhi ma'loom, the word al-ma'loom means active verb. So an active verb is a verb whose doer or the person who's doing the action is known. So that is an active verb itself. So whenever we say fi'l madhi ma'loom, it means the person who is performing the action, we know who he is. For example, I'll give you an example. Zaid wrote a letter. Zaid wrote a letter. So Zaid is the one who's doing the writing. Letter is the thing which he wrote, the object. And if we want to keep Zaid discreet or don't mention his name, then we could say a letter has been wrote. A letter has been wrote.
Written, not written.
Written is not correct. Past tense would be yes. You can use written, but wrote is the proper way of saying it. Past tense.
Okay.
So if it's letter has been written. When you say a letter has been written, the person who did the action of writing is not known. Only thing we know that a document has been formed or created, but who wrote the letter, we don't know. So that is called a passive tense. In Arabic, we call it majhul. So ma'lum is when the person who's doing the action is known. Kataba Zaydun risalatan. Zayd wrote a letter. And if we want to keep Zayd discreet, a letter has been written. So when a letter has been written, the person who wrote the letter, we have not mentioned his name, or we don't know. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So that is called majhul. In English, we call it the passive tense. Passive tense, past or present. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear for everyone in the class?
Yes.
Sister Shamim?
Yes, thank you.
Brilliant. Right. Then we have the present tense, al-mudari. Al-mudari, I will ask Sister Shamim, because mashallah, you've come back as well after a vacation, the best way of putting it. Let's do the present tense. Now, before I do the present tense, let me just change the slide to this one here. Right. Can you see the screen, Sister Shamim?
Yes, thank you.
Right, now over
Assalamu
here.
alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam. Now, Sister Shamim, now the present tense. Now, darasa, let me just go down first. So the root word itself, the past tense itself is darasa. Darasa is the past tense. And when we make the present tense now, I will explain this for everyone in the class so that everyone understands this. And then I'm going to give you a thorough, rigorous test and practice for everyone. So so present tense, the first three forms, which are for the third person, masculine, we add a ya in the beginning. Yad, so the singular is yad rosu. So yad rosu means he studies or he learns, masculine, one person. So we add a ya, and with the last letter has a dhamma. So darasa yad rosu. That's a singular, one person, he learns. When we have two people who learns, yad rusani. So what happens there? We add the alif and the noon. We add the alif and the noon. It indicates upon two individuals. They both are learning. And when we want to say they all learn, masculine, we add the waw and the noon. And whenever there is a waw, the letter before the waw always has a dhamma. That's a ruling. So yad rusuna. Yad rusuna. So yad rusu, he learns. Yad rusani, they too learn. Yad rusuna, they all learn. Question: why are we changing the verb itself? Why are we changing? Why are these changes occurring? Sister Mehreen. Sister Mehreen Jafri, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
The question is, why is there a need to change the verb? Why can't we just have yadrusu, and can it not? Why do we have to have the different forms? Why do we have that?
I think because it in Arabic the verb when we use it, it incorporates the masculine, feminine, and first person and third person. So we have to change it.
Exactly, absolutely right. So the reason why there's a different formation of the verb, because in the Arabic language, we have singular, we have dual, and plural, and also we have the feminine and the masculine gender. For this reason, we have, and also every verb requires a doer. Every verb requires a doer. You cannot have an action, the basic laws of science. You cannot have an action or a cause without a doer. Any effect requires a cause. So any action requires a person to accomplish or perform the action itself. So that's the reason why these changes occur. So yadrusu, he studies or he learns. Yadrusani, they too learn. Yadrusuna, they all learn. Then the next three, tadrusu, she learns. Tadrusani, they too learn. Yadrusna, they all females learn. So over here, we are having that now in the first two, we are now changing the ya to a ta. Tadrusu to tadrusani, which is a ta is there, but the ending itself, the jewels, alif noon is here with a kasra, alif noon here is with a kasra. The main difference is the ta and the ya. So tadrusu, she learns, tadrusani, they too learn. And they all females learn is yad rusna. Yad rusna. So over in here, when it was they all male learn, we had the waw noon. Over here, we don't have the waw noon. We only have a noon with a fatha. We have a noon with a fatha, but the ruling is that whenever a noon with a fatha comes in the plural form of they all females, the letter before the noon is always with a sukoon. As you can see, it's got a round dot there. So you read it, yad rusna. Yad
Rusna.
yad rusna. Sister Farwa, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Can you start the first 6 and go through them, and then I'll test you?
Yadrusu, he learns. Yadrusani, they too, men learn. Yadrusuna, they all men learn. Tadrusu, she learns. Tadrusani, they too, females learn. Yadrusna, they all females learn.
Excellent. Now I want you to conjugate the verb yaktubu on the same pattern.
Okay. Yaktubu, yaktubani, yaktubuna. Taktubu, taktubani, yaktubna.
Excellent. Now I'm going to test you. How do you say she learns?
She learns. Tadrusu.
How do you say she writes?
Writes.
Kataba yaktubu.
Taktubu. Taktubu.
MashaAllah. Excellent. How do you say they all learn?
They all men or female.
Very good question. They all male.
Yadrusuna.
How do you say they all male write?
Yaktubuna.
Excellent. They all females write.
They all females write. Yaktubna.
Excellent. They all females learn.
Learn. They all females. Yadrusna.
Excellent. They both females learn.
Tadrusani.
Finally, they both males learn.
Yadrusani.
He learns.
Yadrusu.
Excellent. How'd you find that?
Good, very good. Thank you. It helped to have it in front of me.
Yeah, I know, but next time I want to give you that.
Thank you.
Let's. This is the first time around. Of course, gradually we need to learn them because that is the way you'll be able to know it properly. Now, Sister Shamim, I've done Sister Farwa, so only to help yourself because this is your first class for book 2, so that's the reason why I did this. Got on bike, make you familiar. Go ahead now, Sister Shamim.
Singular, he learns is
Yep.
yadrusu.
Mm-hmm.
They to learn is yadrusani.
Mm-hmm.
They all learn is yadrusuna.
Correct.
And then she learns is tadrusu.
Correct.
They to learn is tadrusani.
Correct.
And they all feminine learn yadrusna.
Excellent. Yadrusna. Excellent. Now I'm going to ask next person is Sister Mehreen.
Yes.
Can you do yaktubu on this pattern?
Yes. Yaktubu, he
Right.
writes.
Mhm.
He writes. Yaktubani, they too male write.
Mm-hmm.
Yaktubuna, they all write male.
Mm-hmm.
And then taktubu, she writes.
Mm-hmm.
Taktubane, they too female write.
Mm-hmm.
And then yaktubna, they all write for female.
Okay. Now I want you to do the yadrusu.
Yadrusu,
Yep. Yadrusu.
Yadrusu, he learns. Yadrusane, they too male learn. Yadrusuna, they male learn. They all. Tadrusu, she learns. Tadrusane, they two female learn. Yadrusna, they all learn female.
Excellent, excellent, brilliant. Sister Samira.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a different one. Was it possible?
Yeah.
Okay, now the one which I'm going to give you, it's the one which does not have a dhamma in the middle. It has a kasra.
Mhm.
So that will be yadribu. So yadribu. So what I think that'll be not fair on you. Give me 1 second. Let me just change the screen and get the one which has got yadrus on there. Give me 2 seconds. Just 1 sec. So here, huwa yadribu means he hits. Huma yadribani, they too hit. Hum yadribuna, they all hit. Hiya tadribu, she hits. Huma tadribani, they two females hit. Hunna yadribna, they all females hit. Bismillah.
Okay. So yadribu, he hits.
Correct.
Yadribani, they two male hit.
Correct.
Yadribuna, they all male hit.
Correct.
Tadribu, she hits.
Mhm.
Tadribani, they two a female hit.
Correct.
Yadribna, they two female hit.
Excellent. How do you say she hits?
She hits is tadribu.
How do you say he hits?
Yadribu.
They all boys hit.
Yadribuna.
Correct. She hits.
She hits tadribu.
Correct. They all females hit.
They all females hit yadribna.
Excellent. They two boys hit. They both boys hit.
Yadribani.
They two females hit.
Yadribani.
No, they
No,
two.
that's tadribani. With the
Excellent. Now I want you to do the verb yajlisu on the same pattern now. Jalasa, yajlisu, like the word majlis. Majlis
Yes.
means the place
He
of
sat.
sitting.
Yeah.
And
he's
yajlis,
sitting.
yeah, yajlisu, he is sitting. Go ahead. Or he's
So yajlisu, he is sitting. Yajlisani, they two male are sitting. Yajlisuna, they all males are sitting. Yajlisu,
Mhm,
tajlisu, she sits.
mhm.
Tajlisani, they two females sit.
Correct.
Yajlisna, they all females sit.
Excellent. How are you finding it now?
It's hard, but I'm getting there, I guess.
It's not hard at all. Inshallah, the reward you'll get rewarded for this. But this is the thing, that regard every difficulty learning the Arabic language as a means of perseverance. Why? Because this is the language of the Quran. This is the language of the teaching of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. And if you have this inspiration and this determination and enthusiasm that I am doing this for the sake of becoming closer to Allah and closer to the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, and even the ahadith of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam is that teach our people our saying, and that is it. You don't need to do anything else. When our people listen or hear our saying, they themselves, this will create a revolution or create a change when they hear our wisdom, full of wisdom, narrations and teachings itself. So that is the aim of us learning the Arabic language. And also we want, and learning is something which is wajib upon us as Muslims. So we are doing this obligation and trying to achieve this ultimate game to become closer to the Ahlul Bayt and Islam. So when you have this intention, inshallah, even the difficulty will be sweetened as well, because you know that our aim is great, inshallah. Inshallah, right? Okay, Sister Talia, can you come on the mic? Alaykum salam. Let's do with yourself. Ghafara yaghfiru. You know the word we say in Salah, astaghfirullah. So of course, astaghfirullah is slightly different, but the root word is ghafara yaghfiru. Ghain fa ra. Ghain fa ra.
Yaghfiru. So the
Yes.
fa has kasra.
The fa has a kasra. Yaghfiru.
Yaghfiru.
Yeah.
So yaghfiru. So
He forgives.
he forgives.
Mhm.
Yaghfira.
Rani. Rani.
Yaghfirani.
Correct.
They forgave, both male.
Yep.
Yaghfiru.
Yaghfiruna.
Yaghfiruna.
Correct.
They
Both. They all.
they all forgave, masculine.
Forgave is
Yeah.
past tense. Forgave is past tense. They all are forgiving.
They all forgave or forgiven. Okay.
Present tense. Present tense. Forgave is, I believe, is past tense. Forgiving is present tense.
They're forgiven. Okay.
Yeah.
So yaghfiru.
Yep.
Yaghfiru.
Yaghfirani. Let's get the tongue rolling first. Let's do yadribu first. It'll be easier for you. Yadribu.
Yadribu. Yadribani. Yadribuna.
Correct.
Tadribu. Tadribani. Yadrina.
Yadribna.
Yadribna.
How do you say she forgives? This one here. Hiya.
Tadribu.
He, and how do you say he forgives?
Yaghfiru.
Yaghfiru. Okay. How do you say he is hitting?
Yadribu.
She is hitting.
Tadribu.
They all males are hitting. Correct. They all males are hitting.
Yadribuna.
They all females are hitting.
Yadribna.
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 They two females are hitting.
Tadribani.
Correct. They both male are hitting.
Both male are hitting. Yadribani.
I want you to conjugate all the 6 forms now.
Okay,
Yadribu.
so Yadribu, he hit. Yadribani, they both hit. Yadribuna, they all hit. Tadribu, she hit. Tadribani, they both hit. Yadribna, they all hit.
Excellent. Excellent. Jazakallah. Thank you. Sister Batul Andani.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Sister Batul Andani, I'm going to give you the next one, which is Fataha Yaftahu. Yaftahu means he is opening.
Opening, yeah.
Okay, so go ahead. Yaftahu.
Yaftahu, yaftahani, yaftahuna. Yaftahu.
No, taftahu. Taftahu.
Taftahu. She open. Taftahani, they both open. Taftahni,
Yaftahna.
Yaftahna, they all open. They all female open.
Now, I'm going to ask you, just 1 second now. I'm going to ask you the first 6, then inshallah I'll go to the next 6. How do you say he is opening?
He's opening Yaftahu.
How do you say they both females are opening?
Female. Yaftahani.
Taftahani. They two, both females is taftahani.
Yeah.
Okay, they all boys are opening, masculine.
Yaftahuna.
They He is opening.
يفتح.
They all females are opening.
All females are opening. يفتحنا. يفتحنا.
Correct. And they two females are opening.
يفتحاني.
Yaftahane. No.
تفتحاني. تفتحاني.
Daftahani. Excellent. Daftahani. Excellent. Jazakallah, sister. Thank you. Next person, Sister Zahra Rizvi.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, Sister Zahra. Now, the next one I'm going to practice with yourself is ya'lamu. Alima, ya'lamu. So the only difference is that the lam has a fatha now in the middle, but the ending itself, the same formula applies of how the verb present tense is conjugated. So ya'lamu, he knows.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya'lamu, he knows. Ya'lamani, they both know. Ya'lamuna, they all know. Ta'alamu, she knows. Ta'alamani, they both know. Ya'lamna, they all know.
How do you say she knows?
Ta'alamu,
He knows.
ya'lamu,
They all males know.
ya'lamuna,
They all females know.
ya'lamna.
I know.
That'd be, hang on, I know this. A'lamu,
Excellent. We know.
na'lamu,
Correct. Excellent. And they all boys know.
ya'lamuna.
Excellent. These verb conjugations, it really helps with the Quran reading. By knowing the verb conjugations, when you come across verbs in the Quran, it makes you much more fluent when you recite the Quran. When you look at the verb, okay, you know this form is that form. I need how to conjugate or how to form and how to pronounce the words. So this really helps this conjugation. And inshallah, you will see it during the course of this book too, that your Quran reading and your Quran understanding, you will understand this is present tense verb, this is that form, this is this form, and inshallah gradually you'll develop your Quranic understanding of the sentences and ayat of the Quran, inshallah.
Okay, would you send this on the WhatsApp group?
What was this?
Would you send this on the WhatsApp group, this page?
This page here, I'll send it, okay.
And the previous page you showed, it had the English translation.
Yeah, I'll do that as well.
Thank you very much.
I'll send that across. I'll send that as soon as I end the class. But do you want it now?
Just whenever it's complete.
No, I'll do it now. I'll send it now so that everyone has got it as well.
So where are we with book 2? Sorry, is this the first lesson of book 2? Or
This
where
is,
is that
no,
going?
we haven't even started book 2 yet.
Oh.
This is all preliminary for book 2, because with book 2 it contains present tense verbs. So what I'm doing, I'm teaching outside the book, just to get everyone prepared for book 2.
Okay.
So inshallah, hopefully there's about 3 more sessions I need to do, because I need to teach you the present and imperatives, and also I need to teach the verb which has a shadda in there as well. So I need to teach them, and then I'll start book 2, because in book 2 the first is a lot of lessons are containing about present tense, so it's much more easier if you teach the whole structure of the present tense verbs first, and then the first 4 or 5 lessons you will whiz through them quickly, because you have a good understanding prior to reading those lessons itself.
Inshallah. Thank you.
So that's the whole plan, inshallah. Okay, let's go through quickly the next few tenses. Okay. Right. Now let's go back to this form again, because I do really like this handout. So the next 6 or next 8 are really easy to learn now. So if you want to say you learn, you bring the tas again. So the next six forms are for you, meaning the person you're talking to direct to. So number 1, all of these 6 have a ta in the beginning. So tadrusu, you learn, 1 masculine. She learns, 1 female is tadrusu, and you, 1 male, learn tadrusu. The forms are exactly the same. She learns and you learn, tadrusu, are exactly the same forms. You only could tell from the context whether it's referring to she or whether it's referring to you, 1 masculine. Okay, so tadrusu, you learn, one male. Two male learn is tadrusani. So they two females learn, and you two male learn is exactly the same again, tadrusani. And then you all masculine learn is tadrusuna. So all of these six have a ta in the beginning. Tadrusuna is you all masculine learn. If it's the third person, they all learn, it's yadrusuna. What is it, everyone?
Yadrusuna.
Yadrusuna. So
يدرسون.
yeah, yadrusuna is a ya, but when it's you all masculine learn, it's tadrusuna. Okay? Tadrusuna. Now,
So, Sheikh,
yep,
when it's a female,
yep,
I see over here that the first six,
yep,
the third column plural is
yep,
at the beginning, yeah,
yep,
and the two men learn that yadrusani, yeah.
yep,
The first one he learns is
Yep.
ya. Then
Correct.
why did it change into ta?
The reason why this is the way the Arabic language or the
okay.
Arabs linguistics have formed their language, this is how they construct their verbs. That's how. That's the reason why we have to learn in this format. So it's going across. So yadrusu, yadrusane is the masculine third person. Tadrusu, tadrusani, yadrusna, that's they all females. The third person is for the females. These next six going across. Tadrusu, tadrusani, tadrusuna, these are for the masculine, you. You one male learn, you two males learn, you all males learn. Then the next three, tadrusina, tadrusani, tadrusna. Now here, tadrusina, you add a ya and noon. So ya and noon, and the sin, which had a dhamma, is given a kasra because of the suitability of the harakat for the ya. So whenever there is a ya, the letter previous to the ya should have a kasra. So it becomes tadrusina. So tadrusina is you one female learn. Tadrusani is you two females learn. Tadrusna, here it was yadrusna, they all females learn. Here is tadrusna, that you all females learn. So you bring a ta, we have the noon again, we have the noon there. Here we had the ta, here we had the ya, for they all female learn. Is this clear?
Yes.
Thank you. I learn, we add an alif in the beginning, adrusu. We learn, nadrusu. So adrusu, I learn. Nadrusu, we learn. Right. Who shall I pick? Who was the last person? Okay, let's choose this time round. Who came last time? Sister Zahra, I'll pick you first.
Okay.
Start from tadrusu.
Okay. تدرسوا, you learn. تدرساني, you both learn. تدرسون, you all learn. تدرسين, you learn. تدرساني, you both learn. تدرسنا, you learn, plural. أدرس, I learn. ندرس, we all learn.
Exactly. So adrusu, I learn, is used for the male and female as well. Nadrusu is we, is used for female and masculine as well. So these are combined verbs which are used for both genders itself. Right. Sister Zahra, how do you say I am learning?
أدرس.
We are learning.
ندرس.
You one male is learning.
تدرس.
You one female is learning.
تدرسين.
You all male are learning.
تدرسون.
You one female is learning.
تدرسين.
You all females are learning.
تدرسنا.
You two females are learning.
تدرساني.
You two females are learning.
تدرساني.
So both masculine and female, tadrusani and tadrusani, are exactly the same.
Yeah.
Okay. They all females are learning.
تدرسنا. Oh, sorry, they all. يدرسنا.
They all female, they all boys are learning.
يدرسون.
Excellent. How long do you spend?
How long? Sorry?
How long do you spend learning them?
I did it over the course of the last 2 weeks. So a few minutes here, a few minutes there. I can't say how long, but right now was really useful as everybody else was going through practicing it. I was covering the page and practicing alongside them.
That's
So
right.
it's a good recap.
Okay, so that's really important. Listening to each other attentively, it just tweaks the ears and it allows the mind to recap it. Okay, which verb is which, so that you can familiarize yourself that which verb represents which individual itself. Now, I'm not going to teach. You're going to teach. What you're going to do is, Zara, you're going to choose the next student and ask the questions now.
Okay, all right. Who's my next victim? I mean, sorry, my next student. Farwa Jafri.
Alaikum Zara, how are you?
Wa alaikum salam. I'm good. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, all right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Bismillah. You two males learn.
You two males learn. Tadrusani.
They two females learn.
They two females learn. Tadrusani.
And you two females learn.
Tadrusani again.
Brilliant. He learns.
Yadrusu.
She learns.
Tadrusu.
I learn.
Adrusu.
We both learn.
We both. Nadrusu.
And we all learn.
Nadrusu again.
Good. They female learn.
Two
Sorry,
more.
they all females.
They all female learn Nadrusna.
Try again. They all
Oh, sorry,
females.
Tadrusna. Sorry, Tadrusna.
Once more. They all.
Yad.
Sorry, Yadrusna. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused.
That's okay. That's good.
Yadrus.
So you plural male learn.
You plural as in two or plural as in two, more than two?
More than two.
Tadrusuna.
Tadrusuna. And you all females learn.
You all females learn, and that's Tadrusna.
Good.
Okay, so Zahra, I'm going to give you a tip. When you're teaching Arabic language and when you're doing verbs itself, for the students, it's really important that you help the students try to structure it in their mind. So when, for example, if I'm going to say he learns, do the opposite of he, which is she. And when you're doing he learns, you can also do it this way. You say he learns. How do you say they all learn? Masculine. How do you say she learns? They all. So what it does, it allows the mind of the student to be able to familiarize themselves. If it's she, this is the plural itself. So if you do you one male learn, it's tadrusu. Or you could go to the singular itself, you one female learn, tadrusina. And then you could go, you all male learn. If you do it this way, it allows the student. Otherwise, if you want to confuse the student, the way you did it was perfect.
It's okay. No, noted. So to be more methodical.
Exactly.
I understand. Yeah. But it's okay. Farwa was good, even though I tried to catch her out. She was good.
So I knew exactly what he was doing there, and the way he was doing it, and the way you were questioning it was trying to catch her out. That was, but yeah, of course, if you help them this way, yadrusu, then the plural, singular, plural, it just allows the student to absorb the information, and it's digestible, inshallah.
Yep. Point
Go
taken.
ahead, next student.
Okay, Samira, please.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Easy on me now. This
Absolutely. I've taken the comments on board. All right. I learn.
I learned adrusu.
Adrusu. You learn female.
Tadrusina.
Tadrusina. You learn male.
Tadrusu.
She learns.
Tadrusu.
He learns.
Yadrusu.
Good. They both male learn.
Tadrusani.
They both male?
It's the same thing, right? Tadrusani, yes.
For males, it's not with a ta, it begins with?
Oh, Yadrusani.
Yadrusani, exactly. So he learns with a ya, yadrusu. They both learn yadrusani. And then they all learn for male?
They all learn Yadrusuna.
Good. Moving on to females, they all learn for females.
Yadrusna.
Okay, so that's the only one in the female that begins with ya,
Mhm.
and then moving on to they both learn females.
تدرسان.
Great. She learns.
تدرس.
Good. Moving on to you. You male learn.
تدرس.
Great. You both male learn.
تدرسان.
Great. You all males learn.
تدرسون.
Great. Other way around now. You all females learn.
تدرسن.
Great. You both females learn.
تدرسان.
Great. And you singular female learns.
تدرسين.
I learn
أدرس.
and we learn.
ندرس.
Brilliant. Well done.
MashaAllah. How do you find that, Sister Samira?
I don't know. I'm still struggling even with the first, the first table, the past tense one.
Yeah.
Because it's completely different than this one.
Yeah, it is.
So
What I'll do,
that's what's making it harder. I feel.
what I'm going to do in the next class, which I have for book 1, what I'm going to do is that when I do the next class, I'll recap everything again in that class, and
Yeah.
I'll test you in the same systematic way as well. Okay.
Yeah, if I have the paper, I'm cheating, but I'm still okay surviving.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
without them, I'm completely.
It's practice. It's practice, and that's the only way. And you need to write, and also you need to write them down on a piece of paper with the English translation. That really helps as well.
Right. Because kataba, he wrote,
Yep.
is yaktubu, he is
Writing.
writing. Yes, right now. And then the male, the day 2 male wrote is kataba.
Yes.
But the dual is
Yaktubani.
yaktubani.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with the yay, that's what's confusing because
That's fine.
it's not the same.
That's fine. What I'll do, I'll pair you up with someone else, and I'll pair you up with Sister Aima from Manchester, or some of the other sisters. Aima, she's good. I'll pair you up with her, and she will do the past tense with you as well.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
that would help because I'm paired up already with Sister Parveen here in Dallas,
Yep.
and we went through the past tense, but I don't think they're in this book already.
I'll send you the handout again on the past tense as well.
Okay, all right,
Okay?
thank you.
No problem at all. Okay. Next person, Sister Farwa. I want you to be the the monitor, and I want next person, Sister Talia. Can you come on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Sister Farwa, I want you to become the monitor and assess her. Bismillah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Can you please help me with here? I learn.
أدرس.
Adrusu. Yes, that's right. You learn a male. You learn male.
تدرس.
Very good. You learn female.
تدرسين.
And if we go into a third person, he learns.
يدرس.
That's right. And she learns.
تدرس.
Very good. Now we're going to the dual form. Masculine 2-person. They 2 men learn.
يدرسان.
They 2 females learn.
تدرسان.
And in the second person form, you 2 men learn.
So for both of them, تدرسان.
You 2 females learn.
تدرسان.
Great. And in more than 2-person format, they all men learn.
يدرسون.
They all females learn.
يدرسن.
Great. You all men learn.
تدرسون.
You all females learn.
تدرسن.
Great. We learn.
We as in we too.
All, yeah, we all, or we too, it's the same.
ندرس. ندرس.
Thank you so much.
I have a question. So is this with all Like
Verbs.
with all, yeah, verbs. So they have the ya and the ta.
Yeah, or this structure is for
Yeah.
all of the verbs in the Quran and all of the verbs in the Arabic
Mhm.
language. All of the Arabic verbs come in this structure itself. There are 14 forms of the present tense. Let me show you one. Let me show you a killer one, which is a really tough one. Let me show you if I've got it on this laptop. I think I have.
So I think we learned somewhere that all present tense forms either start with a ya or a na or a ta or an alif.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
So all the past tense, you don't change things at the beginning of the verb. It's all at the end, isn't it?
That's right. That's right.
But for
Right.
present tense, it's the beginning and the end.
Exactly. Exactly. Let me show you now. Now, this is something I was teaching some of the other students, advanced students. So let me show you now. Now, this itself is I think I did this with yourself during Shahr Ramadan. So here, fa'ala yaf'ilu wa'ada ya'idu. So another word wa'ada, wa'adallahu. Wa'ada means he promised, and the word wa'adallahu, Allah promised.
Mm-hmm.
So wa'ada comes, and in the present tense now, because this has weak letters,
Mm-hmm.
alif, waw, and ya are weak letters. So you see here, the present tense, the waw is dropped now. So it's ya'idu.
Uh-huh.
So this is what happens. That once you learn the basic structures, then I'll be able to teach you the different ones. For example, this one here, wada'a, 3 letters, but when it comes to present tense, it's yada'u. Yada'u. The waw is completely dropped.
Yeah. Why is that? I don't understand.
I'll teach you that after. If I start explaining that, then I'll give you another example now. Here, now what's happening here now? This is the waw now is coming in the middle of the verb. So originally the word qawl. Qawl means saying. Qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So originally it was qawala, the past tense, qawala, and it became qala, the past tense. Now the present tense is yaqulu. Yaqulu, and the imperative, the order is qul. I'll teach you them imperatives, or how to make the imperatives. And then, for example, ba'a yabi'u. This is again a Quranic verb. Yabi'u means he is selling. Then, yeah, I was going to show you the different. There's another one. Okay, right. I thought I had the tough ones. Let me show you the tough ones. There's one which, let me see if I got it here.
So Sheikh, yaqulu doesn't mean he is saying.
Qala means yaqulu, he is saying, yeah, that's right.
Okay, qala, he said.
Qala, he said, yeah.
And qul, say, like qul hu Allah, right?
Yeah, qul means said, a say. It's imperative.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right.
How long did it take you, Sheikh, to learn Arabic to this?
Well, if you follow the way I'm structuring the classes itself, I've told the book 2 students who have completed book 2. So they started with their software Dalia. Now they finished book 2. We're going to start book 3 with them now. So book 3 is going to probably take me about 2 sessions with them, but not 2 sessions, but 3 months, because there's 10 lessons. So on top of the 10 lessons, plus that, I'm talking about to get yourself to a good level, to understand tafsir in Arabic, and to understand the Quran. The way we're doing classes once a week, it will take about 2 years.
Okay, inshallah.
So it will take 2 years, and that is guaranteed that I'll get you to that level, because even at the moment, the book 2-year students who have finished book 2, they are able to understand what's happening in the Quran, mudaf, mudaf ilay, mubtada, khabar, and so forth. Now, after book 2, what I'll be doing is that I'll give you an intense revision, and I'll teach all of the grammar. So all of the concepts within the Arabic grammar, I'll teach you that. And I will also teach you all the verb conjugation, like I'm doing now. I'll go through all of the different patterns so that you become familiar. Once you have these 2 arts, one is the verb conjugation and the other is the Arabic grammar, then I'll train you how to read Arabic text without the harakat. So what it is basically trying to apply the theory which you have learned of the Arabic verb conjugation and the verb grammar, bring them both together and try to apply it on the Arabic text. So that is a bit tricky. It takes about 2 to 3 months. Once you get familiar, then you start reading books itself. So normally people take years. Unfortunately, I've seen some teachers take years and years of teaching Arabic language, and still the students are not being successful. It's the approach. The approach which I'm using, I've mixed the Hausa, because the Hausa structure is very rigorous and intense. So I've mixed that approach and I've mixed it with the English terms, and I'm not teaching in the same boring method which we unfortunately have learned ourselves. We used to get whipped in our places where we studied if we didn't learn our stuff. And it wasn't really exciting. It didn't have this type of forms or this types of sheets or tables. It was like conjugation, verb conjugate. I'll show you next time some of the patterns we had to do. We had to write these big A3 size sheets. I don't think it's on this laptop, but I could show you on another next time of what we had to do for each verb. Yeah, it's not on this laptop. So it's achievable, and I'll guarantee you, just follow it. I'll get you through this, because some of my teachers, they were such amazing teachers, and I've actually developed their content and approaches, and from other teachers. So 15, 20 teachers amalgamated their methods and come up with this new cocktail of teaching Arabic, and that's why it's so successful. People themselves, when they structure, even Sunnis amongst our Sunni community, they are approaching me to look for me to teach them Arabic language, and I said that's fine, I'll teach you that. Of course, I can't tell them I'm a Shia, but if they find out, that's tough luck. You have to learn it from a Shia then. But yeah, so really you can do it, inshallah. It's not difficult at all. A lot of people get put off. Arabic, it's easy. Just put your mind to it, you'll be able to learn it, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay, next person, Sister Sister Farwa, go ahead, choose the next student.
How about Sister Mehreen Jaffrey?
Sister Mehreen Jaffrey, go ahead.
So Sister Mehreen Jaffrey is the new teacher, right?
No, she hasn't had a chance yet to be tested yet. Test her.
Okay, sure. Sister Mehreen Jaffrey, shall I ask you the next question?
Sure, start. Yes.
So you all females learn.
You all تدرسون. Sorry, تدرسنا.
You all females learn. Oh yes, you're right. It's tadrusna. You all men learn.
تدرسون.
Tadrusuna. You learn. Female.
تدرس. Female is تدرسين.
You one male learn.
تدرس.
Tadrusu. He learns.
يدرس.
She learns.
تدرس.
I learn.
أدرس.
That's great. They two men learn.
يدرسان.
They two females learn.
تدرسان.
And you two men learn.
You two men تدرسان again.
And you two females learn.
تدرسان.
That's great. And they all men learn.
They all يدرسون.
Yes, they all females learn.
يدرس.
We all learn.
ندرس.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Excellent. Next person. So it's now I'm going to ask Sister. Who should I ask next? Sister Samira. Sister Samira Doji.
Yes, Sheikh.
I want you to be the monitor and assessor for Sister Shamim.
Okay. Sister Shamim, you ready? Assalamu alaikum, Sister Shamim.
Alaikum salam.
So what I want to do is Sister Shamim and Sister Batul Andani.
Yes.
Both of you, you're having a competition now. Sister Shamim and Sister Batul Andani. You both are going to be tested by one assessor, which is Sister Samira. Whoever answers the question right gets the point.
Wow. Okay. I'm keeping score. So Sister Shamim.
You're a teacher. That's your job.
And who's the other student that I have?
Sister Butul Andani.
Batul. Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
Next
Bismillah.
question. I learn.
أدرس.
Who said that?
I Shamim.
Shamim. Jazakallah. Sister Butul, where are you? Andani?
Yeah, even I said Yadrusu.
Adraso. Adraso.
Oh, I learned. Yeah, Adrusu. Sorry.
That's all right. Okay. Second question. You two female learn.
Tadrusani?
تدرسان.
Okay, so Sister Batul got a point. Third question. They male learn.
تدرسان.
Mm,
They.
تدرسون. تدرسون.
They.
Sorry, تدرسون.
Sister Butul Andani.
يدرسون.
Tadrusuna.
يدرسون.
Okay, I think nobody got the point here.
I unit yes يدرسون.
You took 3
You can
turns.
specify 2 or more.
All right, next question. They too male learn.
Tadrusani?
يدرسان. يدرسان.
You two males learn. Tadrusani, yeah?
يدرسان.
So I think it's tadrusani, right?
Yeah, Tadrusani.
Yeah, who said that?
Is Batul.
All right.
But
I'm sorry, sister.
sorry.
Next question. They too male learn.
yeah, that's يدرسان.
Yes, that's correct. Sister Shamim got a point. Next question is you male learn.
تدرس.
Correct. Who said that?
Is Batul?
Shamim.
If we
Both said it together, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to the duals now. You two female learn.
تدرسان.
Yes, that's correct for both of you. And last question is you plural female learn.
تدرسنا. تدرسنا.
Tadrusna.
Yes, that's correct. So who said that last one?
Both of
Is
us said it.
Who said it first?
Well, I said it first, and then both of us said together.
So Sister Batul, did you say it first?
No, Shamim said first.
All right, we have a winner, and that's Sister Shamim.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
MashaAllah. Excellent. Right. Who has not had a chance yet to be tested yet? Has everyone been tested? Yes?
Yes, I think so.
Okay,
Yes.
brilliant. Right. Now I'm going to test everyone now, all at once. So whoever comes first, I can't give you points, but inshallah we'll know good assessment. How do we say in Arabic, I am studying?
أدرس.
Who was that, Sister Zahra?
Yep.
How do you say she learns?
تدرس.
Sister Zahra, you might as well teach. Go ahead, honest.
No, it's just that every time anybody is practicing on the screen, I'm also practicing as well, so it's fresh in my mind.
Okay, right. They all females learn. They all females learn.
تدرسان.
They all males learn.
تدرسون.
Yadrusuna.
Yadrusuna, yeah.
We learn.
ندرس.
Nadrusu. You, one female, learn.
تدرسين.
Correct, Talia. Tadrusina. Correct, Sister Talia. That was correct. Tadrusina.
Yeah.
Finally, they all male learn.
يدرسون.
Yadrusuna. Yadrusuna, correct. You all male learn.
تدرسون.
Tadrusuna. Okay, excellent. Right. That's going to be enough for tonight. I think you probably want to watch the football match.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Hey,
So,
can I just ask one question, please?
yeah, go ahead.
You know, we have a kataba,
Yep.
and then the present is yaktubu.
Yes.
For zaraba is yazribu.
Correct.
Yazribu, right?
Yep, that's
Kataba
right.
yaktubu.
Yep.
So there is no like kind of pattern that we can say that it's.
No. So the past tense, all the changes occur in the past and the end, and in the present tense is the beginning and the end itself. Then I'll send you the sheet in the group with English translation, and that would help you as well.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
No problem, inshallah. Okay. Inshallah, I hope it was beneficial for everyone today's
Very,
revision.
very,
Yeah, it was
very
really
good.
good.
Thank you very much.
Jazakallah,
Thank
it was
you.
really good.
Very good.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. Sorry?
Haraka.
What was that?
No, you said that there is no haraka, something like that.
So all the haraka means harakat.
That
Yeah.
thing.
No, the harakat. The harakat means the fatha, the kasra, and the dhamma.
Okay, all right.
That's the harakat, okay? اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة من الحسن صلوات عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وأين حتى تسكنه أرضك وتمتع فيها طويلا واجعلنا من أنصاره وشيتك وجندك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم.
Sheikh, another question.
Yes.
Is there a dua, like a short dua we can say at the end of a lesson so we can remember? Our memory gets better.
So for memory, after every salah, 7 recite salawat, Bismillah, salawat, and 7 times Rabbi Zidni Ilma.
Okay.
Rabbi Zidni Ilma, and also there's a dua of Imam Ali alayhi salam, Subhana man la ya'tadi ala ahli mamlakatihi. That's the dua for also improving your memory.
Thank you very much. Thank
And
you.
also the other is Surah A'la. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Sabbih isma rabbikal a'la alladhi khalaqa fasawwa walladhi qaddara fahada. Learn this surah by heart. This surah allows you to have a photographic memory.
Thank you very much, Sheikh. Thank you.
And finally, before you go to bed, have hot milk with honey. Hot milk with honey makes you have a very good memory as well.
What is it, Sheikh?
Hot milk, lukewarm milk with some honey in there. Not get some decent honey, like organic honey. Get some decent honey and mix it together and drink that before you get to bed, and that will really improve your memory power.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Jazakallah, Sheikh. Khuda Hafiz.
Jazakallah. Jazakallah. Bless you.
Hafiz.